What's up, my people? I hope you're doing okay. Nah, yo creo que el micrófono no está saliendo el audio. ¿O sí? ¿Está saliendo el audio? Yo creo que sí, está saliendo el audio. Saludos, mi gente. Un abrazo. Espero que se encuentren bien. Sí, está saliendo el audio. Sí, está fundiendo. Yes. Saludos, mi gente. Gracias por estar aquí. I'm talking in Spanish. I cannot be talking in Spanish. But anyway, hi, my people. I hope you guys are doing okay. I don't know why I was talking in Spanish. It's just like I was accustomed to talking Spanish when I was doing my Spanish podcast. Sorry for that big blooper at the beginning of the show, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It's been a very difficult time to set up everything, to have everything where I want it to be, the audio working, etc. So I'm back. Thank you, everyone that watches me. I should be live in the different platforms. I should be live in X right now, and I just confirmed that I'm live in X. Thank you so much for those people that watch me in X. I am live in YouTube. I'm live in Facebook. I'm live in rumble.com. And I'm live in Orbis.net. Thank you so much. Please, whatever platform you are, please subscribe, share the video so all the people have access to the content that I'm going to start creating and the content decoder, the Decoder show. So please share the video and like the video and all that stuff that you guys know that is normal for everything like that. Yes, I'm still a little bit nervous because for those that who don't know who I am, my name is Alberto Espero, and I used to do a podcast in Spanish, never in English. I was afraid to do it in English, but now I'm doing it in English. I'm not afraid anymore after a lot of incidents that happened in America in the last few weeks. We have to really take, things into our own matter and deal with it. So anyway, thank you for being here again, and thank you for allowing me to enter your house this way with this video. Okay? So today we're going to have two conversations. We're going to talk and we're going to try to decode the situation that is happening with the government shutdown. And we're also going to talk about this political violence and the way that it keeps saying that it's both sides, etc. And it's not. So, that's the producer of the show, that she's going to sleep. The boss, the jefa, in Spanish, we call it jefa. La jefa, the boss of the house. I'm pretty sure I am in every platform right now. I just want to confirm in YouTube is the Decoder Show podcast. If you're looking for us in YouTube, it's the Decoder Show podcast. And in Facebook, I think it's the Decoder Show. I was able to find, I think in Facebook, the Decoder Show. I'm not sure. But I think we are live in Facebook. We are live in all those platforms. So if you're going to look for the information and look for us, that's the way to find us. We are in TikTok and we are in Instagram. There we put only shorts. We don't do a live video. We were trying to do live videos in those platforms, but it's a little bit more difficult than what we thought it was going to be. So we decided to just do short content in those platforms. Okay. So anyway, let's start with this political violence situation. It's very important that we discuss that, the political violence is nothing new, right? It's nothing new. And it does happen in both sides, but it's being worse on the left. And why I could prove to you that it's been worse on the left, because the incidents that the left is causing since Donald Trump decided to run for office in 2015 has been crazy. I've been witness of some of my close friends, or even people that I know, like Ben Bergquam, Will Johnson. I could keep mentioning names that probably a lot of people don't ever hear from them out in the internet because they're not as famous as Charlie Kirk, as all of these people. I could tell you that they've been going through political violence too. I see veterans in wheelchairs. I seen Antifa attacking store owners that were doing nothing whatsoever. I seen people coming out of Trump rallies and getting attacked. I seen so much. So you cannot come and tell me that, because it's not in a report, or because this person or this other person are saying, no, that never happened, political violence is in both sides. It's pure bullshit. So one of the things that I want to start with this video today, because some of this this information that I'm going to put out here today, a lot of us, it's the information that we know, right? It's the information that is always on the mainstream, right? It's the information that for some reason we hear about. right? So let's hear about this political violence video, because this is factual information about things that happen that are mainstream, not the ones that not always come in the mainstream, like I just mentioned, like all these people that I know personally that has been attacked. So this is the ones that we hear about. Let's hear from this video.
Play this video next time someone tells you it's both sides.
The Lee Zeldin stabbing attempt, left wing or right wing? Left wing. The Covenant school shooting in Nashville, left wing or right wing? Left wing. The Butler, Pennsylvania assassination attempt on President Trump, left wing or right wing? Left wing. Burn down cities during the Summer of Love in the George Floyd riots, left wing violence or right wing violence? Left wing. The Waukesha Christmas Parade massacre, left wing or right wing violence? Left wing. The Trump International West Palm Beach assassination attempt, left wing. The Abundant Life Christian school shooting, left wing. The United Care CEO's murder, left wing. Tesla's burned, keyed, damaged, firebombed, left wing, left wing. The murders at the Israeli embassy, left wing. The ICE facilities firebombed, left wing. The Minnesota Catholic school shooting, left wing. The anti-white Charlotte and North Carolina stabbing, left wing. The attempted Utah News State firebombing, left wing. And now, of course, the culmination of this vile trend, a left-wing assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I would point.
There you go. So, as you can see, this is the ones that we know, like in the mainstream media. As a matter of fact, he mentioned something about the Tesla and the things that we're seeing in these places. So I do have a video that even adds to that. I want to show you this video in where this guy is one of those Tesla places. It's called a Tesla diner in Los Angeles, and look what happened to him. And you tell me if this is left wing or if this is right wing. There you go.
Yeah, go ahead, find out where I live. Go ahead, find out where I live. Don't you think I've been doxxed 100 times already? You think I've been doxxed? Yeah. I don't see you walking into a crowd full of angry people. I don't see you walking. Well, there we go. There we go. There's the violence. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yup. Outrun. ICE is coming. ICE is coming. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. God bless freedom, you guys. God bless freedom. America spoke on election day. There's my old hat right there. Now,
they took her hat,
I have to get a
his
new
hat, they burned it, they took
Donald
his
Trump.
shirt
God
and
bless
broke
America.
it, and he was walking away. He was not looking for the confrontation. So physically violence, real violence, the reality is that the left is the one that is doing this constantly. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring another video that is very important that we bring here today, because one of my first shows that I did on Monday, I talk about something called the Triple C. Excuse me. Ooh. About the Triple C, right? What is the Triple C? Is being a conservative, being a constitutional, and being a capitalist, right? If you're a conservative, you understand that we value life. We don't do stupid decisions like the one that you're going to see in this video. You say, well, that may not be related. It is related. Because as a conservative, you will not behave this way. You will not do this kind of things. So, I'm going to put this video right now. Let me see if this works. There we go. Okay. Again, I'm starting to get more familiar with it. So listen to what happened to this cop. I think this incident happened in Ohio. Here we go.
Come on, shots fired on North.
So it's a drive-by shooting at cops. People think about this for a second. A drive-by shooting at cops. You think a conservative, a person that is on the right, is going to do this? A true conservative is not going to do this. Period. It will not happen. Okay? It will not happen. Give me a second here, because I want to go to Rumble here. Okay, so... Hi, Carmen. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everyone that is connected. I'm not seeing all the comments in the dashboard for Rumble. I honestly, I would love to see like all the comments of viewers in Rumble and see what's going on. Let me see what's happening here because I'm not able to. Let me see. I don't know why I'm seeing my content. What's going on here? Is this the one that is going live right now? Yes, this is the one. Okay, so, okay, everyone that is in Rumble, thank you for being in Rumble, watching us today. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So anyway, let's continue. So anyway, I keep bringing videos here, prove evidence that the political violence is not in the right. I'm going to actually bring more videos because some of these videos are actually a little bit older. Some of these videos are newer. Let's see. I don't know if you remember NGO. It was he is a like a journalist that used to cover a lot of the Antifa breakthroughs and violence and all that. He was attacked too. And who attacked him? The right or the left? NGO, the journalist that just used to cover these events, was attacked because they didn't want people to record them doing their crimes. That's why Antifa covered their eyes. That's why Antifa does what they do, because they were the violent ones. They are the violent ones. So let's see this video again. Let's go and let's see the video. Where is the media outcry for that? Because they're not going to admit that the rhetoric that they are promoting and the information that they're putting out there is the information that is causing groups like this one to attack people. That's my little puppy being a little puppy. Oh gosh, that's funny. I gotta get all this program. I'm still trying to get all this where it needs to be. So, with those videos, I keep proving to you what is clearly established as the left being the violent one. As a matter of fact, the rhetoric that the left is putting out there, the media and all these channels that keep repeating the same lies about the right people, the people on the right, is what is causing people to be attacked this way. And that is continuously happen every single day. And it hasn't stopped. That's the issue. They tell you that we got to turn it down. They're not going to turn it down. They're going to keep doing the same thing. Here, I got more evidence about that. I have another video here that I want to, so you guys could see it. There we go. That's going to make it happen better. Okay. So here, let me put an this is like another video that you're gonna see the truth of what's happening with the attacks. So here we go. Look how they attack the cops. Look at this. Look, they don't let cops do their job. They're attacking the cops. Look. This is the left. This is not the right. This is definitely the left. And this is what you guys have to understand. They hate the cops. They hate law enforcement. Now they're attacking ICE. They're attacking all these different groups the same way. They keep doing over and over and repeating themselves with repeating the same behavior over and over, attacking cops, attacking people, attacking anyone that doesn't go with what they think it should be done, right? That's the truth. That's you know, this is the way that they operate. Okay, this is the way that they operate. Let me put. Is that the one I just put? No, I that was one of them, and let me put another one here. I'm gonna put another one. Here's this one. You tell me this is the right? This is not the right. This is clearly the left. This is clearly like attacking cops, mayhem, everywhere. Look, breaking the vehicles, cops. That's what they do with the ICE right now. Riding in vehicles, they left the left and the media with their current, you know, this was also in Toronto and Canada. Also happened in Canada, also happened in the United States. This is all around. These groups are leftist groups. Look, this is what they attack the old man. Look, you tell me that this is the right? No. You cannot keep saying that. Look, he was coming out of a Trump rally and they attacked him. And look, attacking women. Look, this one, look at this. Oh my God. Look, they keep attacking him. Went back from another country, from Mexico, attacking him. Look at this one. Look, they run behind him, trying to escape. And they keep attacking him. Look. They keep attacking people. Look. And you telling me this is the right? Fucking double barrel.
It says it right in the name, Antifa, anti-fascism, which is what they were there fighting. Listen, there's, no organization is perfect. There was some violence. No one condones the violence, but there were different reasons for it.
Stop. You see how they're trying to justify the violence from Antifa here? And this is why we say that the media is completely responsible for this behavior, because they keep condoning this behavior. This is the issue that we have in America right now. The media is complicit of these attacks because they keep condoning this behavior. They're trying to justify, oh, no group is perfect, we do have groups. No, F you. These groups are all about attacking and hurting people. We see that in each of these videos. I got hundreds of videos like this one that I could bring into this show and demonstrate that you guys are full of shit. Look, this is the behavior, and this is what's been happening in media. No, it's both sides. No group is perfect. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. We got to really decode this. We really got to show people that the issue here is the left. They are violent. They are violent. Period. Their solution is always attacking people, hurting people, scaring people, doxing people, swatting people, throwing things at people, everything that they could do to shut the other side. So who's really the fastest here? Who is? They are the ones who wants to shut down the other side. They shut down Charlie Kirk, right? Because they couldn't stop him any other way. They throw things at people. They kick them. They want to inflict fear. That's what terrorists do. That's why Antifa should be considered a terrorist group. Period. There's no reason why not to do that. Let's hear to CNN here trying to justify these attacks. Again, let's go into this because you have to listen to how the media was trying to justify this attack. Let's listen to this again.
It says it right in the name, Antifa, anti-fascism.
Anti-fascism. Okay, so let me get this straight. the group that is supposed to be anti-fascism, fascism, right? It's supposed to be letting you speak. Because fascist means that you cannot speak, you cannot hear. You're a dictatorship, right? So some sort of, way to not let the other group do what they need to do, right? It's not democratic, right? But the way to be anti-fascist is doing what? Shutting down the other side. They're actually doing what they're supposed to be protecting. And this is the bullshit. So I can't, there's no way to explain this better when you hear this stupid media trying to justify, trying to find a way to explain that they have, a reason why to be violent. It makes no sense. Check this out.
It says it right in the name, Antifa, anti-fascism, which is what they were there fighting. Listen,
they were there fighting that. People that, you cannot make this shit up. Hey Joel, how you doing, Alberto, my tocayo? You cannot make this shit up. They are supposedly anti-fascist, right? But then they want to be fascist by shutting down the opponents. You can make this shit up. Let's
no organization is perfect. There was some violence. No one condones the violence, but there were different reasons for Antifa and for these neo-Nazis to be there. One, racist fascists. The other group fighting racist fascists. There's a distinction there.
There's the distinction there. They justify attacking people because they were fighting racists and fascists, when that is pure bullshit. That's the issue that we see with this media. It's the issue that they're trying to justify this behavior that is not justifiable, period. The America that I know, the America that I live in, I don't care. Listen, the other day, I think in my first video, I put a video from this guy that was singing on Shea Velo or something about, Charlie Kirk and all that. I don't like what he was playing. I don't like what he says. I don't condone what he says. I will not promote what he says, but I support the fact that he could say it. When you're a true constitutionalist, you have to understand that when you're a true pro-democracy, you also got to understand that you have to leave the person say whatever they want. That's their right. That's not something that we could remove from them. But when we attack them, like Antifa is doing, when you are trying to inflict fear, even racism, it is protected under the Constitution because it is free speech. You cannot go because someone says a racist comment and start beating him up. Period. The media trying to justify this, and the media trying to say, no, Antifa, because they were there, because there was different reasons for violence, blah, blah, blah. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. And that's why we are in the place where we are. And this has been happening for years, since 2015, since Trump went down the escalator. It's nothing new. There's videos after videos and videos after videos of these attacks. I mentioned Ben Bergquist. I mentioned Will Johnson. This guy, NGO. There's so many. I saw a veteran in a wheelchair being thrown in the floor. In a wheelchair that he cannot even hurt anyone. Thrown in the floor. I seen videos of people being hit with the locks and chains and stuff that you cannot even imagine. You see Antifa going with freaking shields, going with masks, going with knives, with combats, even guns to events. Prepare for violence. They have gone prepare for violence because that's what they promote. And that's what they want to do. This is not something that happens today. It's been happening since 2015. We are in a culmination of situation that has been boiling down for many, many years. And we cannot stop this unless a drastic change is made. I'm very glad that Trump did one of those changes. And that change is to try to put Antifa as a terrorist group. I don't think they're being strong enough with that order. And I think they should start arresting all the organization, everyone that is part of the organization, start infiltrating the organization like they do with any group that is a radical group. Like any group that is, terrorist group, it should be done right now. It should not be waited for. The FBI should be on top of that already and arresting all these people, because all these people are the majority of people causing the violence in this country, the damage in this country, and it has to be done yesterday. I'm glad that we started working in that direction. I'm glad that we're doing things, to make it happen, but it needs to be done ASAP. Like the guy from what's going on? The guy from Go Rush. I don't know if you guys see Go Rush, but there's a guy that says ASAP, and he says around ASP, something like that. He says, so it's very funny. So anyway, thank you for the people that are watching you in Facebook also. I see people connected. I see Ada Awilda, Joseph Ayala. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I see todos los comentarios. No sé. I haven't seen all the comments, so let me see if I see all the comments. In here, I haven't seen all the comments. Let me see. Can I change this to all comments? It's not letting me see all the comments. But anyway, political violence is caused by the left, period. And I could come here and prove it over and over and over. And if we don't do something to stop it, we're going to get to a place where bad things are going to start happening. Because I'm going to tell you something. If someone else that is a public figure on the right is attacked the way that Charlie Kirk was attacked, things are going to get very nasty in this country. Things are going to get very bad. You probably going, I'm going to try to be very clear in this. You don't want the right to be violent. You don't want the people in the right to start protecting themselves. I am telling you, leftists, if you watch this video, I'm telling you, you do not listen very clearly. You do not want we in the right to start getting to a position in where we really are violent, like you call us. It is a joke. I'm trying to be kind of very careful with my words here. It is a joke that you guys think that the right is being violent right now. You don't know what violence is in reality yet if you keep pushing that button. It's a bottom. I saw a video the other day of a woman that made me laugh so much. Make me be so, like, I was like, just, she was saying something, I'm trying to paraphrase what she was saying, but something around the point that the left controls the states that have the water, drinking water, the water that we would need to survive, if we go to a civil war with the right. I just gotta laugh. There's no way, Anyway, we gotta go to the other conversation. Thank you all you guys for being here today. We gotta talk about this government shutdown, right? So we have to oh my gosh. We got to talk about the government shutdown. I got to stop talking about this conversation because I think I'm going to get myself in trouble. So let's go to the second part of the show. Well, my people, so we are in a government shutdown. Whoa. And why is this caused? What happened? Why we got here? Well, I'm going to tell you the two versions, right? Because it's important. It's important that we listen to both versions of the story so we understand what is clearly happening here. So, right now, it seems that the Republican Party is saying we only want to extend the status quo. In other words, whatever we're doing, even though it's not completely right, until November, until we could discuss whatever is that the left wants, and then we could go from there. The left is saying no. We want to add another $1.5 trillion to this CR, continue the extensions, to help with the ACA. And those don't know what the ACA is. The ACA is the Obamacare with the new name. To help the subsidies of the ACA. Okay, so let me explain in context. It's very important that we understand in context what's happening here. The left, there's a big part of the left in today's society, right? In today's society, that are more, we want to call them maybe conservative or cautious with their money. And there's another side of the left that says, no, we got to give everything to everyone so everyone's, getting everything. And that's the dilemma right there. See, if we add this $1.5 trillion to our CR, that means that subsidies could go to people that were not supposed to be getting it. That includes illegal. Even if they keep repeating that supposedly illegals are not going to get it, it's not completely true. Because in reality, illegals tend to get benefits that they're not supposed to be getting. And they get them in different ways, by falsifying IDs, by doing all the stuff that I'm not going to go into the details, but that's what's really happening. In addition to that, some of the changes that were implemented in the big, beautiful bill that was done previously and that was passed include that some of the people getting Medicaid and all these benefits, right, and food stamps, etc., were abusing the system. And by doing this $1.5 trillion change that the Democrats wants to do, you are in a way taking back those changes that were already implemented in the big beautiful bill that have helped the people that really need these benefits. These benefits have a purpose. It's not for everyone to be using these benefits. This benefit have specific reasons to be provided to people, right? So I got Speaker Johnson. I got a video of him talking about this specifically. I think this was in CNN. I'm bringing it because I know it's CNN, and some people, but you only bring Fox. And no, I'm bringing it because it's CNN, and I want you to hear Speaker Johnson try and explain exactly what I just talked about. Here he goes.
We're rolling the greatest hits on our social media.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the point about giving people who are here illegally health care is not exactly what is in their proposal.
No, it is 100% what their
immigrants
proposal.
who have legal status,
No,
and you're just
Caitlin,
disagreeing
you're
on who's eligible.
No,
I looked
I'm
at it, actually, because I was curious about your argument yesterday.
You should study the CBO's analysis that they just put out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that about the 1.2 million people. You're basically arguing about who has legal status, people who are seeking refuge here or seeking asylum.
No, I'm making sure that we are making sure in our provisions that we signed into law have ensured that health care benefits go only to eligible U.S. citizens. Chuck Schumer's proposal, federal law was not being enforced. That's the.
And this is the problem, right? And this is the game that they play, right? You have heard this so many times from the left in the last few days. It's federal law that illegals cannot get benefit from the government, from the federal government. We know. And that's why we are fighting this, because it was not being implemented. They were going around that with the subsidies that were put during the COVID era. And they were taking they were abusing the system. People were taking advantage of the system. We know that illegals are not supposed to get it. That's what we're fighting about, caramba. Again, I'm talking in Spanish. That's the reason why, we want to change it. Because these people are wasting money that is supposed to go to American people, and the benefits should go to American people, period. Nothing else, nothing less. That's all we're looking for. And people that really deserve it, people that making a lot of money, that maybe is out of job and needs a little bit push, a pregnant woman or someone, that's the people that should be getting these benefits. Not everyone. You know, they found people that were making like 120 and 130,000 getting benefits from the ACA. And that's not the purpose of the Obamacare. We know the Obamacare from the beginning was a complete disaster, right? Day one. We've seen how bad this bring the prices of premiums up. We've seen everything that is bad from it. But in addition to that, we have to understand that the subsidies were helping the wrong people. And if we keep doing it, it's going to put us in the wrong situation because we keep spending money that we do not have. And that's what Speaker Johnson is trying to explain in this video. So let me go back a little bit so you guys could hear for this again.
You're basically arguing about who has legal status, people who are seeking refuge here or seeking asylum.
No, I'm making sure that we are making sure in our provisions that we signed into law have ensured that health care benefits go only to eligible U.S. citizens. Chuck Schumer's proposal. Federal law was not being enforced. That's the whole point. We had to fine-tune that so that we could strengthen the health care program. That's what we did.
On this,
we're rolling the.
See that? We have to fine-tune that in the previous bill. That was the big, beautiful bill to ensure that that was not happening. And that's what they keep repeating, right? They keep repeating, no, it's federal law don't allow it. But you were doing it. You were, not respecting the federal law, and you were implementing things that were allowing illegals to get benefits that they were not supposed to be getting it. But at the beginning of my conversation about the closing of the government, you think I forgot, I talk about the extreme side of the left and the more conservative in money or whatever you want to call it, left side people, right? You got people that before were pro like saving money and changing things like that and all these different things. But now you got a side of the left side that wants to give everything free, that socialist mentality, right? So the joke here is that a lot of people on the right are saying that because that extreme left side is not being pleased by the more conservative side of the left, that's why all this is happening. So they went and they tried to interview AOC, and they asked her this question because they are blaming AOC for this close, right? And let's see what AOC said. Not me, not someone from the right. Let's see what AOC said. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez said in reference to this situation. Let's go.
Let me ask you this. There are some people I have seen who have the following theory of why Senate Democrats have not cut a deal where they give 8 votes and move along. And that is that Chuck Schumer is worried about a primary challenge from you and is worried about the politics to his left flank. And so because of that worry about a primary challenge, he's going to shut down the government. Ergo, it is AOC's fault that the government's shutting down, or that you're somehow the kind of fulcrum of this. And I want to just ask you straight up, like, are you planning to primary challenge him? Do you think that's why he's doing this?
Okay, so that's the main issue here, right? The right is saying no, it's because AOC is trying to do a primary. It's not, the Democratic Party is not left enough, and so instead of she saying no, that's not the case. This is only to protect the American people. We want, ACA to be done. She could have answered this in any different way, right? She could have been very politically correct in this answer by saying no. This is more a stunt from the right. The right is doing the wrong thing. Whatever. She could have answered this in many different ways. But I want you to hear the answer from AOC, because this is very, very interesting. Let's go to the answer from AOC in respect to this question.
This is so not about me in this moment. This is about people being able to insure their children. And I will say because I saw some senators speculating about this, and I saw some Republican members of Congress saying, oh, well, if we have this shutdown, it's because of AOC. Well, if that's the case, my office is open, and you are free to walk in and negotiate with me directly. Because what I'm not going to do is tolerate 4 million uninsured Americans because Donald Trump decided one day that he wants to just make sure that kids are dying because they don't have access to insurance.
And you see how they put this so radical, that this is because kids not having insurance, 4 million uninsured in America. It's just not about that. Maybe those Americans don't deserve to have the ACA. Maybe those children are part of a family that should be supporting their own medical insurance and expenses. The ACA was not created to be abused. The ACA was not in place, or the subsidies in place, to be abused, period. If we cannot understand this clearly, then we never gonna get out of this circle. We have, as a country, as a nation, to start making real changes, drastic changes to our budgeting, because otherwise we are going to go completely down. And this is what they're trying to do in the left side. They're trying to bring us down. This is the whole concept of why they're doing all this. They're trying to break us from inside our school system, like I talked about on Monday. They're trying to make our kids think that America is not a good experiment, that the capitalism is wrong, that, you know, being a conservative is wrong, that, you know, being a constitutional is wrong, the Constitution is outdated. How many times we have heard all these different things? And that's what the left is causing. They're trying to cause that division. And that's why what Charlie Kirk was doing was important. What we all doing is important, because we got to continue communicating the truth about all this, you know, the importance of all this. But the funny part about all this is that now they did an interview with Nancy Pelosi about this. And I got to tell you, that was one of the funniest things, that her expression when they asked her about this question. I just want you to see this. Check this out. It was so funny. Check this out.
There was a thought from the Republicans that AOC is directing this, and she said that senators are welcome to go to her office directly. Is she driving that?
Why are you saying such a ridiculous thing?
I'm just quoting what.
Why are you saying such a ridiculous thing? It's like it's the fault of the journalist to ask her a question about what AOC said. AOC was the one who said it. It was not the journalist. The journalist clearly is asking Nancy Pelosi about something that AOC said, that she had her doors open to do negotiation. She has no voice in all this bullshit. Let's go again. This is so funny.
There was a thought from the Republicans that AOC is directing this, and she said that senators are welcome to go to her office directly. Is she driving that?
Why are you saying such a ridiculous thing?
I'm just quoting what AOC said. She said go to her office directly. Do you think there's any credibility to that?
She's not directing this. She's wonderful. She's a real team player and the rest of that. You started by saying Republicans saying that she's directing this. She is not. Hakeem Jeffries is. And this takes a lot of experience, a lot of unity from the caucus in terms of the point of view. And that's what this is. She's an articulate spokesperson for her point of view. Hakeem Jeffries is leading this.
Whoa, you see what's happening here? The media is saying, hey, there's something in your party that is divided. Something is happening. Some people are saying that AOC is the one directing these things, and you're saying that Hakeem is the one that is directing. And that's where you see that division within the party, because AOC is opening her mouth in a way that she should not be opening, because she's saying my office is open. Like, who the hell wants to do any negotiation with a freaking socialist? And yes, she's a socialist. And that's not me trying to make it violent against her. It's because it's the fact. She's a communist and she's a socialist. And people don't like to be called that when they are really doing that. You see, when you see people calling fascist to the right, we're not doing those things. We're not preventing other groups from being here. We're not preventing democracy to be going through as it should. The republic is being run under the Constitution, and we're doing all these things. The other side is not. But they're the ones who protect it, quote unquote. You saw what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. We discussed that on the last show. So that's what you have to understand. There's a double barrel here. It's a double way to deal with situation. But this is so funny because also on the morning show, when Mika Brzezinski, I hope that I pronounced it, Brzezinski, she got swarmed by the other guy. I think is that her husband still? I don't know. I can't understand how they treat each other in the show and then and then go and sleep together. But anyway, that's between them. Let me put this video because this is a very interesting video of what happened between these two in the show, which she goes off saying that the right is the one that is at fault for the shutdown, and the guy comes up and swinging at her. Let's listen to it.
I also just don't understand why we're blaming the Democrats for Republicans lying. At the highest level of office, they have the biggest megaphone.
Republicans are lying. That's the only. You see, what are they lying about? About the fact that our subsidies and our money is being thrown away in areas of the American people that should not be thrown away, with illegals and with other things like that. Is that what you're talking about? That's the lies that you say that you're portraying or saying? Why you don't prove that it's the opposite? Why you want to add $1.5 trillion? Not to that one. Let's put that in mind, people. 1.5 trillions with a T, $1 trillion to just a continuous CR, right? Just that, to throw back changes that were done to try to save money in our budget. We are in a very bad situation. And the funny thing about this, and I want to add this very quickly here because it's important, and I will let the video go. The funny thing is, like 3 years from now, they're going to say, you see, all the money that the Republicans put in our debt, look how the debt is going up. But they don't tell you the bullshit that they're doing things like this, that they're forcing down a shutdown because if we don't add that $1.5 trillion to that budget. See the bullshit here? And who's really lying then? So let's continue.
They have TV networks that repeat the lies and say things on those networks with no consequence. And the things they say are violent. Okay, so they're not only repeating the lies, but adding to this coarseness. Yeah. And there's no consequence to it. And we're blaming the Democrats? Yeah. We're blaming the Democrats for this. Well, what exactly are the Democrats supposed to do?
So what are we saying that is violent? The fact that you want to add $1.5 trillion to our budget? The fact that those subsidies were doing wrong to the people? That we're not being provided as is supposed to be provided by law? Is that the lie that is violent, that causes violence? Are you sure? And this is the kind of bullshit that I just demonstrated with the other CNN video when Don Lemon was working with them, trying to justify the Antifa violence. And that's the way they're trying to justify this behavior, is by saying, no. What the violence is both ways, because they keep saying all these things that are hate speech. They keep saying all these things that is violence, that is racist, that is homophobic, that is misogynist. All these different things. That's the way they're trying to justify the behavior that the left have in this country. But let's continue watching the video.
You keep repeating. They're supposed to fight back.
Yes.
They're supposed to know. They're supposed to do
like what exactly?
No. Bill Clinton just completely abused and used Republicans in every government shutdown. I know, I was there. He was smart enough politically to do it. Barack Obama knew how to always get the best of Republicans. All right? We're not blaming Democrats for Republicans' lies. We're saying that Democrats at some point have to figure out how to answer those lies, and that's not whining. The whining comes from Democratic leaders.
So they have to learn how to answer the lies. They cannot answer the lies because they are not lies. And the American people voted for us, for us, the American people voted for the Republicans to finally do these changes. The reason why President Trump is there and the reason why these politicians are there is because we want changes in our budget. We want changes in our system. We want changes to the way that we spend our money. We want changes to our government. We don't want the status quo. And if that is not understood by Democrats at this point, it's okay. We love that you still don't understand it. But the American people are understanding it, and we are learning about it, and we communicating it. With voices like mine, with all the voices that are online, we're gonna keep informing the people the truth. That this is not a lie. We want our budget to be controlled. We want our money to be spent in where we, the American people, want to be spent on. Not what you politicians think that it should be spent on, period. We don't care what you think. We care that our money should be spent like we, the American people, want to be spent. So for all those out there that are leftists and don't understand this yet, fuck you. We are now in a situation in where we're going to be very clear about what we want. We want our politicians to do what we want as American people. And if they don't understand that, that politician is going to be out of the door too. We're going to put politicians there that are going to do what we want to do. And by the way, I heard that Byron Donalds is going to be our next governor of Florida. And that makes me so freaking happy. Hey, Byron Donalds, I know that you live here in Florida, and I would love to interview you at any time, now or in the future. This is going to be Byron Donalds is going to be one of the best governors of Florida ever. So I think everyone that is watching me that is from Florida, start investigating about this. Donate to Byron Donalds. Let's start putting his name out there because he has to be our next governor. Byron Donalds is like the best candidate for this to happen. Well, my people, so I hope that today's show was very informative for you. I'm going to keep improving my quality of shows. Like I said, I'm still working with a lot of the things. This is my second official show. I'm going to start trying to do Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for now at 9 p.m. at nighttime. So keep watching us at that time. That's hopefully going to be our schedule. In the meantime, I hope to be prepared for those shows and all that. Remember to subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe. It's very important that you share, comment. Tell us where you're watching us from. Tell us if you like the format of the show. If you want us to change something, we are here open to hear from your suggestions and to work with you. Again, I'm still trying to get used to doing my videos in English. It was like years of doing it in Spanish. So sometimes you're gonna still hear that Spanglish coming out. And I really apologize. I will try to do my best to pronounce words better and all that stuff. Honestly, it's been a huge change for me, and I still not feel completely comfortable like I used to feel doing my podcast in English. It's been very, very, very difficult for me to do the transition. Again, it's going to take time, and I appreciate your patience with me. I appreciate the time that you spend with us in this hour, and I'm gonna start doing more and more to bring more material. Probably go to the streets like I used to do and start to be out there and with you guys in events and stuff like that. That's gonna be one of the big things that I'm gonna start doing again, getting my equipment for the street, getting everything square so I could go in and do what we do best, and it's communicate with you guys and tell you what's happening and try to decode things in a way that not a lot of people see them. I'm gonna start bringing people that I used to bring before, and but if they speak English, I'm gonna bring them, like Alex, all those people, the interviews. If you know anyone that wants to be interviewed, I'm gonna try to see if I could get Will Johnson again, and try to see if we could bring him into the show and talk about all this that is happening. So let's see what's going on, and let's see how the new format goes. I hope that you guys like it. Again, if you got any suggestions, anything, please let us know. I really will appreciate that. It's very important for us that we start being in a format that is appreciated by my viewers and the people out there. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much again for everything that you guys do for me. And I want to say something at the end here that is very important. I got people that follow me for so many years. Some of them I know them by name. Some of them I even got their personal phone numbers. And I really appreciate everything you guys do for me. Joel, Adalis, Carmen, Joe, Arturo. Like, there's so many people out there that always have been there. Ivan. And I know I'm missing names. I really apologize from the bottom of my heart that I'm missing some of your names. But I really appreciate, you don't know how much the comments, the direct messages and everything about coming back. We need you and all that. I understand that there was a part of me that wanted to come back. There was a part of me that was fighting this. I was very afraid of being canceled, fired from my job. And a lot of you probably don't understand this, but I was actually laid off from my job, not because of the political stuff, it's because of other reasons. But anyway, I decided to finally dedicate my life to this and try to see if I could grow with you guys. So I hope that this works out. It's a big risk that I'm doing. But you know what? That's the only way to go. Trying it. So again, thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your time. It's been a great honor to be with you today, and I hope that it's going to be like that for the next years to come, because I'm trying to make this a permanent solution now, something that will bring food to my table, but at the same time be able to grow together with my viewership and all of you guys. So again, thank you. Again, suggestions, anything you want us to talk about, any conversation, any questions you have, anything you want us to decode on the show, conversations, political news that you have heard or anything, send us to our email, or through Rumble, put a comment or whatever, and we will be more than glad to answer those questions and to try to be and decode, try to decode that information for you. Like I always said, we try to be as honest as we can, even if it's not what the right wants to hear. But we try to be as honest as we can. So be good. Remember that it's very important. Don't let people tell you how to think. Think by yourself. The allegory of the cavern. Remember that? I always talk about that when I was in my Spanish podcast. So don't let people let you see and control what you see. Try to find your own information. Always try to listen. And that's what I do here, right? Try to give you information, but it's good. It's important for you to follow up that information, look for it and see if it's real, if it's not real. And you could try to contradict me. You could try to debate me. I'm going to start opening the lines for that too very soon, the phone lines, so we could have the option to get people in the phone. A lot of things are going to come for the show, and I really looking forward for it. So thank you so much for your time again. I appreciate it. Thank you for everyone that has been there from day one. There's so many people. I really don't want to keep mentioning names because I know I'm going to forget a lot of your names, a lot of people that has been there. I'm going to say this in Spanish. Gracias. Gracias de corazón. Gracias por siempre estar conmigo. Gracias por siempre apoyarnos. Thank you. Thank you for always being there, for your support. And from here to heaven, we're starting really hard, and we're going to do this the best way we can. Have a good night. I will see you on Friday night at 9 p.m. in the Decoder show. This is the Content Decoder, and we're going to continue working for you. Have a good night.